Imagine a city with no cars, no roads, no traffic lights, no highways stretching across endless suburbs. Instead, everything you need, your home, workplace, schools, hospitals, parks, restaurants, and entertainment, is only a 5-minute walk away. It sounds like something from a science fiction movie, but Saudi Arabia says it's building exactly that. This incredible project is called The Line, and it could become one of the most ambitious construction projects in human history. Stretching an astonishing 170 kilometers, standing 500 meters high, and only 200 meters wide, the line isn't designed like any city we've ever seen before. From above, it looks like a giant mirrored wall cutting through the desert. Instead of spreading outward, the entire city rises vertically, stacking homes, offices, parks, shopping centers, schools, and transportation on top of one another. The goal is simple: to completely reinvent how humans live. But why would anyone build a city like this? For decades, modern cities have struggled with the same problems: traffic congestion, air pollution, urban sprawl, long commutes. Millions of people spend hours every day sitting in traffic, wasting both time and energy. The creators of the line believe cities don't have to work this way. They imagine a future where private cars become unnecessary, where high-speed public transportation connects the entire city in just minutes, and where nature is integrated into everyday life instead of being replaced by concrete. If completed as planned, residents could travel from one end of the city to the other in only 20 minutes, thanks to an ultra-fast underground transportation system. Even more surprising, the entire city is planned to run on 100% renewable energy, producing zero carbon emissions from daily transportation. It sounds almost impossible, and that's exactly why the line has captured the world's attention. Some people believe it represents the future of urban living. Others argue that it's too expensive, too ambitious, and simply impossible to complete. So, is the line truly the city of tomorrow? Or is it the world's most ambitious architectural experiment? To answer that question, we first need to understand the massive vision behind one of the most controversial mega projects ever announced. The line isn't just another skyscraper. It is the centerpiece of NEOM, Saudi Arabia's futuristic mega project designed to transform the country's economy and reduce its dependence on oil. For decades, Saudi Arabia's wealth has largely come from one thing: oil. But leaders know that oil won't remain the world's most valuable resource forever. As renewable energy, electric vehicles, and new technologies continue to grow, the country is investing hundreds of billions of dollars to prepare for a completely different future. That's where the line comes in. Instead of building another traditional city, Saudi Arabia wants to create a place that attracts the world's brightest minds, biggest technology companies, innovative startups, and millions of visitors. The vision is incredibly ambitious. The city is expected to eventually house around 9 million people within a narrow vertical structure stretching across the desert. Every essential service, including schools, hospitals, supermarkets, offices, parks, and entertainment, would be located within a 5-minute walk. No daily traffic, no endless highways, no massive parking lots. Instead, an advanced underground high-speed transportation system would connect every district, allowing residents to cross the entire city in approximately 20 minutes. Artificial intelligence is expected to play a major role in daily life. Smart systems could manage traffic, monitor energy consumption, improve public safety, and optimize city services in real time. The line also promises something rarely seen in modern cities: more space for nature than for roads. Parks, gardens, green corridors, and open public spaces are planned throughout the city, creating an environment where people can live closer to nature while still enjoying the advantages of a highly connected urban lifestyle. Perhaps the most striking feature is its exterior. Instead of traditional buildings, the line is designed as two gigantic mirrored walls rising 500 meters into the sky. These reflective surfaces are intended to blend the structure into the surrounding landscape while creating one of the most recognizable skylines ever imagined. On paper, it looks revolutionary. A city powered by clean energy, driven by artificial intelligence, built for people instead of cars. But turning an extraordinary vision into reality is far more difficult than creating impressive computer animations. Because building a city unlike anything humanity has ever attempted brings enormous engineering, financial, and environmental challenges that many experts believe could determine whether the line becomes the future of urban living, or one of history's most ambitious unfinished dreams. Building a futuristic city on paper is one thing. Building it in the real world is something completely different. From the moment the line was announced, engineers, architects, economists, and environmental experts began asking the same question. Can a project this enormous actually be built? The numbers alone are almost impossible to imagine. The line is planned to stretch for 170 kilometers across the desert while maintaining a width of only 200 meters and a height of 500 meters. That means constructing one of the largest continuous buildings ever attempted by humanity. To make this possible, millions of tons of steel, concrete, and glass would be required. Entire supply chains would have to operate around the clock. Thousands of engineers and tens of thousands of workers would spend years building only a small portion of the project. Then there's the cost. Estimates suggest that NEOM, including the line and its surrounding developments, could require investments of hundreds of billions of dollars, making it one of the most expensive construction projects in history. But money isn't the only challenge. The desert itself presents extreme conditions. Temperatures can exceed 45 degrees Celsius during summer. Powerful sandstorms, limited freshwater resources, and difficult terrain make construction far more complicated than building in a typical urban environment. And then there's the technology. The line depends on systems that have never been implemented at this scale. Artificial intelligence would need to coordinate transportation, energy distribution, security, waste management, and emergency services in real time. High-speed underground trains would have to move millions of passengers safely every day. Renewable energy systems would need to provide reliable electricity for an entire megacity without depending on conventional fossil fuels. Even the mirrored exterior has raised questions. While visually stunning, some experts wonder how such massive reflective surfaces will perform under intense desert sunlight, extreme heat, and constant exposure to sand. Others have raised concerns about the environmental impact of constructing such a massive structure through natural desert landscapes. Supporters believe these challenges can be solved through innovation. Critics argue that some of them may prove far more difficult than expected. One thing, however, is certain. Whether the line succeeds or fails, it is already changing the global conversation about how future cities should be designed. And perhaps the biggest question still remains unanswered. Will this extraordinary vision ever become the thriving city shown in the breathtaking promotional videos? Or will reality force the dream to evolve into something very different? Whether the line is completed exactly as planned or not, it has already achieved something remarkable. It has forced the entire world to rethink one simple question: what should the cities of the future actually look like? For more than a century, cities have been built around cars. Roads became wider, highways became longer, parking lots replaced parks. As cities expanded, people were forced to live farther away from where they worked, turning daily commuting into a normal part of life. The line challenges that idea completely. Instead of designing a city around vehicles, it proposes designing a city around people. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your office, your child's school, your favorite restaurant, a hospital, a supermarket, and a beautiful park are all just a few minutes away on foot. No traffic jams, no rush hour stress, no hours wasted behind the wheel. If this vision succeeds, it could inspire governments around the world to rethink how future cities are planned. But success is far from guaranteed. Construction on parts of the line has already begun, yet the project remains one of the most complex engineering challenges ever attempted. Its final size, population, timeline, and even parts of its design may continue to evolve over the coming years. History has shown that many ambitious projects change dramatically before they are completed. The line may do the same. Still, whether it becomes a fully realized city or a scaled-down version of the original vision, its influence is already being felt across the fields of architecture, engineering, sustainability, and urban planning. Perhaps decades from now, people will look back at the line as the moment humanity began designing cities in a completely different way. Or perhaps it will be remembered as one of the boldest ideas ever imagined, an ambitious dream that pushed the limits of what seemed possible. Only time will reveal the answer. But one thing is certain. The line has already become far more than just a construction project. It has become a symbol of humanity's endless desire to imagine, innovate, and build a future unlike anything we've seen before. Thank you for watching Hermosa Explained. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos about the world's greatest places, mega projects, businesses, and luxury. See you in the next episode.